Three Venezuelan patrol craft tear across the Caribbean, slicing the waves at 28 knots. They're not shadowing, they're blocking. Engines howl, white spray curling off their hulls as they form up directly in front of a U.S. Navy carrier group cruising south of Curaçao. On the deck of the USS George Washington, motion freezes. Then, the collision alarm erupts, echoing across the flight deck. Three fast movers, bearing 217, range 12 nautical miles, closing. Inside the Combat Information Center, tension crackles. On zoom, colors snap into focus. Red, blue, yellow. Venezuelan flags. This isn't shadowing, someone mutters. They're building a wall. The USS gravely moves first. Turbines scream alive. 10 degrees starboard. The destroyer cuts white foam across the formation. Comms light up, clipped, surgical. Contacts closing at 28 knots. Recommend intercept posture. Maintain course, comes the calm reply. The carrier doesn't blink. On deck, chaos becomes choreography. Chains snap free. Crewmen rush the MH-60R Seahawk, folding out rotors and yanking safety pins. Over the intercom, "They're trying to box us in." Three sleek silhouettes, perfect alignment, no deviation. $13 billion worth of steel now seconds from deciding whether to yield or push through. 6:05 a.m. The Gravely surges ahead, a gray spear cutting across the carrier's bow. Mission clear. Intercept. Posture. Hold the line. Inside CIC, voices slice through the hum. Contacts within 10 nautical miles. Bearing steady, speed constant. The captain leans over the console. Steady as iron. Visible posture only. No targeting. Let them see us. Every sailor understands. Deterrence through presence. The destroyer banks slightly, turbines at 90%. The 5-inch Mark 45 gun turret pivots starboard. Slow, deliberate, unmistakable. No laser, no lock, just visibility. Above, the Seahawk gets clearance. Razor 2-1, your go for launch. Eyes on, weapons cold. Copy gravely. Wheels up in 90. Rotors bite the air. The Seahawk lifts into the morning haze. 6:08 a.m. Radar plots update. Three Venezuelan Getty-class patrol craft spread slightly, maintaining formation like chess pieces sliding into position. Their wakes form a shallow V across the carrier's nose. The communications officer keys an open channel. Unidentified Venezuelan naval vessels. This is United States warship operating in international waters. You are crossing a restricted formation. Alter course immediately. No reply. Bridge to engineering. Full turbine power. Copy. Full power set. Below decks, sailors strap in. CIWS mounts hum online. The phalanx rotating lazily. Not a drill, not today. Through binoculars, the silhouettes are clear now, knifing through the sea. Range to lead vessel. 8.6 nautical miles. Copy. Maintain intercept. The carrier still holds steady. No heading change, no slowdown. In naval language, that silence says everything. You started this. You finish it. 6:10 a.m. The Seahawk clears the deck, rotors slicing humid Caribbean air. Razor 2-1 airborne. Altitude 500 feet. Eyes on formation in 1 minute. Below, the Gravely shadows the carrier's flank like a guard dog off its leash. Her bow cuts a clean wake flashing white beneath the dawn. The 5-inch gun locked forward. Visible, silent. Inside the carrier's Combat Direction Center, the tactical display looks like slow-motion collision. Range now 5.4 nautical miles, a voice reports. Weapons visible only, comes the answer. Do not paint targets. Discipline becomes the weapon. 6:12 a.m. The Seahawk's FLIR camera locks on. Gray hulls, diesel exhaust glowing faint. Visual confirmation, 3 Venezuelan patrol craft. Formation steady, heading north-northeast, speed 27 knots. From 600 feet, flags whip hard in the wind. Razor 2-1 to Gravely. They're in blockade posture. Recommend continued visual intercept. Copy. Maintain eyes, no overflight. The Seahawk arcs wide, sun behind it, feeding every frame to the destroyer below. Aboard Gravely, sailors brace as the phalanx turret hums to life. 6 barrels shimmer under dawn light. It could unleash 4,500 rounds a minute, but doesn't. Every camera is rolling. Every radar ping logged. Not aggression, evidence. Lead vessel now within 4.9 miles. Copy. Maintain posture. The strike group still hasn't slowed. Jets secured. Crews on standby. Catapults cold but primed. Turning now would mean surrendering the lane. The Seahawk's infrared feed paints the blockade in ghostly white. 3 hulls forming a wall of steel. "They're holding the line," the pilot whispers. Aboard Gravely, the captain watches the plot. "Keep our bow pointed straight through them," he says quietly. "They wanted to block a carrier group. Let's show them what that means." 6:18 a.m. 4 nautical miles. The sea shrinks to tension and distance. Every deck camera rolling, every sailor silent. Bridge speakers crackle. "Bridge to all stations. Stand by for radio call." Then the message. Calm, exact. Venezuelan naval vessels. This is a United States warship operating in international waters. You are approaching a restricted formation. Alter course immediately. A few seconds of static, then a clipped voice in accented English. "You are entering our security zone. Reduce speed and change heading now. Nobody moves." Radar pulses trace like heartbeats. Contact steady at 27 knots, range 3.8 miles. The captain's tone remains level. Maintain course and speed. Visible posture only. Above, the Seahawk circles. Camera locked on the lead ship. From 700 feet, missile pods glint in the light, uncovered. Razor 2-1 to Gravely. Visual on weapons pods. No radar locks detected. Copy. Hold orbit. On the carrier's flag bridge, the strike group commander folds his arms. "This isn't escort," he mutters. "It's a blockade." Moments later, another Venezuelan broadcast, this time in Spanish. "Bolivarian security zone. Change course." The American reply, "Negative. Operating lawfully in international waters under UNCLOS. Maintain safe separation." At 3.4 miles, geometry turns personal. The Venezuelans shift formation, bow waves nearly parallel to Gravely's wake. Inside CIC, breaths sync with radar sweeps. "They're painting us with surface search radar." Copy. Log every pulse. The phalanx turret turns slightly, sunlight glinting off its barrels. A silent message. "We see you." On the lead Venezuelan ship, binoculars flash back. The next 30 seconds feel like 30 minutes. "They're not backing off," a voice whispers. "Neither are we," the captain replies. Then, almost imperceptibly, the tone changes. Venezuelan engines throttle back from 28 knots to 20. The formation holds, but aggression fades. For the first time, both sides stop closing. The standoff holds, pride balanced on physics. 6:23 a.m., engines settle. Wake lines smooth across the Caribbean. The Venezuelan patrol boats ease eastward, throttling to 18 knots. Contacts reducing speed. Formation dispersing slightly. Copy, hold course. Keep recording. The Seahawk circles once more, FLIR locked on the lead hull. The heat bloom dims as exhaust cools. Razor 2-1 to Gravely. Visual on course change. "They're pulling away." "Roger that. Maintain altitude until full separation." On the carrier bridge, no one cheers. The USS George Washington stays steady at 20 knots, heading 217. "Keep it that way," the commander says quietly. "We don't reward bluffs." Below, CIC teams log every second. Radar traces, bearings, timestamps. The event becomes data, proof that discipline beats provocation. 2:30 a.m. The Venezuelan ships peel east-southeast, running parallel to their coast, range widening past 6 miles. No shots fired, but the message carries louder than gunfire. Caracas blinked first. By 06:45 a.m., the strike group resumes standard formation. The Seahawk lands, rotors folding in with the sound of relief. The sea looks calm again, like none of it ever happened. Flight crews return to routine, sunlight spilling over gray steel. But every sailor knows what really took place. No missiles, no smoke, just nerve, precision, and posture. This wasn't about firepower. It was about who would blink first. Out here, patience is a weapon. No one calls it victory. But everyone understands the message. Freedom of navigation doesn't pause for politics. For Caracas, it was theater. For Washington, it was Tuesday.